Why do you think I have so much energy? It's because I eat fat.
Friends keep telling me to leave this, so let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Jake Juan, touching on all things health, wellness, fitness, all the above. Just ways to improve your life. If you're new here, click the subscribe button down below. Today I'm going to be taking you through part 2 of why we need to stop counting calories, and I'm going to touch on the types of foods you want to start incorporating into your diet and give you an exact grocery list to go and do it. But first, let's talk about the importance of movement. Movement is such an integral part of every single day. Well, it should be, because moving your body allows your body to stay in motion. An object in motion stays in motion. If you're staying stagnant, all you're doing is giving your body health detriments. Moving for just 15 minutes each day will drastically improve your health. For me, this morning, I had my workout with Lou. Let's see a little bit of that.
I don't want a Valentine, I just want Valentino. I just want the neck, I poker face like a casino. Dito, no, I get it in like a free throw. Shawty wants some more, she just can't seem to get.
And now, I'm just going for a simple walk. Just even walking can be great for your body. It burns a couple calories if you want to think about it in that way, but it just allows your body to move. And moving your body leads to health. When thinking about movement, I also want you to think about what makes you feel good. Don't look on TikTok, unless it's me, or Instagram and see people going to the gym and lifting heavy ass weights. Think about what makes you feel good. What would make your body feel good? Go try different things, and whatever you feel is best for you, focus on that. All right, guys, so now that we just talked about the importance of movement, it's time to get into part 2 of why we need to stop counting calories and what we need to focus on instead. So always coming at this with a positive viewpoint. But in part 1, we talked about what a calorie actually is and why it doesn't contribute to our health. So what do we do instead? I mentioned it a little bit in part 1, but we need to start focusing on whole foods. Foods that bring us health, that allow us to live a healthy, happy life. Let's start talking about what type of foods you want to incorporate into your diet. So part 2 is all going to be about what I want you to go to the grocery store and actually get. Our 3 main things that we want to focus on are good sources of protein, healthy fats, and then carbohydrates, and what type of carbohydrates to put into your diet. For good sources of quality protein, what we want to be focusing on is protein that comes from the natural source. Animal proteins. These are the best sources of protein for us. What is out there in the world about animal proteins and how bad they are, it's because the studies are done on animal proteins that come from the worst sources. Animals that are getting fed genetically modified products. We want to focus on the good sources with the animals that are eating what they're actually supposed to eat. So what are these? Well, it's grass-fed meats. So getting grass-fed steak, grass-fed beef, grass-fed bison, lamb, these types of things. These have amazing nutrients in them combined with great sources of protein. And then things like organic pasture-raised chicken. You can get the thighs, they're a little bit fattier, which is great. And then organic chicken breast, organic pasture-raised eggs. And then things like wild-caught salmon, wild-caught cod, wild-caught whitefish, wild-caught shrimp, wild-caught sardines. So all these amazing sources of protein, and the reason you want to focus on these is because they have these great bioavailable, which means your body can take them in and actually utilize them, rather than focusing on things like protein powders, which have no fat profile, so they'll go straight through you. You won't even absorb them. When you eat these animal proteins, you're one, getting the protein, but the profile of the actual food has fat in it, which allows you to absorb these nutrients and utilize them. Then healthy fats. For healthy fats, we want to focus on things that have great omega-3, omega-6s in them. And medium chain triglycerides. They are so good for our energy and really fuel us. Why do you think I have so much energy? It's because I eat fat. Fat is not bad for you. The reason that we think that fat is bad for us is because in the 1960s, there were some studies that came out, and there was this one guy who said that fat causes disease and cancer. And then food companies started to take fat out of the products and instead replace them with chemicals and genetically modified organisms, which that is what causes disease. That is what causes cancer. So fat is not bad for you. Fat is good. Fat does not make you fat. So what types of fats do you want to incorporate? First, animal fats are great. So doing things like beef tallow, chicken fat, pork fat, suet, ghee, grass-fed butter. Use these in your meals and cook with them. I'm gonna touch on that more in part 3 and how we actually cook with these, but start to incorporate these into your meals. So then the next thing is, once you have animal fats in your diet, then incorporate other fats like extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, avocados, avocado oil, walnuts, nuts, and seeds, which have amazing healthy fats in them for you, which are gonna give you better and sustainable energy and also help with your cellular processes. So incorporate these types of things into your diet. And then we wanna supplement with carbohydrates based upon how much we are training. So if you have a hard training day, then have some more carbohydrates later in the day. But if you're just going for a walk, not training that hard, then lower amounts of carbohydrates. The types of carbohydrates that we want to focus on are whole food sources. So sweet potatoes, organic sweet potatoes, organic regular potatoes, yams, organic wild rice. Those are kind of the more carbohydrate focused foods. And then doing things like organic fruit, so some organic berries. And that's really it for carbohydrates. And also sourdough bread, which is my favorite. It's fermented, which means that it takes a long process in order to have its shape and its form, so it doesn't spike your blood sugar. Start to incorporate these things into your diet and you're gonna live a healthier, happier life. So right now, after this video, I want you to go to the grocery store and go and buy these things. And then in part 3, we'll talk about how we start to really cook with them and incorporate them into our diet. Hey, so I just cooked dinner. We are back after a little bit of a hike, and I'm gonna show you an example of how we can start eating in this way and how you can too. Let's check it out. As you can see, this is my nice little guest house kitchen spot. But as you can see, I have sourdough bread with avocado on it, eggs, pasture-raised eggs, and then a big salad with a bunch of vegetables, arugula, and olive oil smothered on it. Through this meal, I have healthy protein source, which is the pasture-raised eggs. Then I have healthy fats, from the avocado, the extra virgin olive oil, and I get healthy fats from the yolk of the eggs. So there's another plus. And then I'm getting nice whole food nutrients from the salad, from the eggs, from the avocado. So you can see how I'm fueling myself to be my best. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you in part 3 of the Why We Gotta Stop Counting Calories series. Make sure you subscribe to the channel below. If you want to ask a question for my podcast, click the link down below too, and I'll answer it for you right on there. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.